So welcome back. We're going to get back to working on your blueprint. So far, you should have gotten an email that gave you the blueprint to fill in. In the last email, we started filling it in, right? And we started with step 1. So there's 5 steps I use, no matter what business I go into, to help grow and create something really amazing, right? And the first step is always design, right? We literally have you think about why you do business the way you do it right now and how you want your business to look in the future, right? That's design. And so last time we took you through something so that you could come up with your design for the future, and we created a new rule so that you could do something completely different in your industry, or right, you could at least be working in a way that would make you more happy so that you could create more abundance, right? And so in the middle of your blueprint, you should have filled out the box that says design, and you should have filled out the box that says new rule. If you haven't done that yet, right, then I would stop this video now and I would go back to the last video and I would get that done. But if you're ready, we're going to move on to step 2. And step 2 I call be or become. What we now need to figure out is this, is that if I've designed my future, if I've designed my everything, right, I have to figure out, am I the person that would have what I designed for the future? And you know, it's kind of hard to swallow. It's a tough pill to swallow, right? But the reality is you're not the person that would have what you designed for the future. Because if you were that person, you'd already have it. That just is what it is. So we have to constantly and never-ending work on ourselves to become the person that will have everything we could ever want. And the cool part is this. You know, the cool part is that it's not even the design that we want to get to. It's not even the goal that we want to get to. The fun part of this is that the person that we become in the process of getting to that design or that goal is just something amazing. It just changes your life forever. And there's certain exercises and certain things we can do that can help us be or become the person that we must be, right, to have and do anything we could ever want in this world. And so I'm going to take you through 3 exercises that I use to work with companies and with individuals and with CEOs and with entrepreneurs so that they can create their best selves, so they can create their best future. And so the first one I want to talk about is I want to talk about where you go to get empowering beliefs. You know, one thought that you really gotta wrap your head around is this. You know, we think that we're conscious beings. We think, right, that we make conscious decisions, and because of our decisions we go after certain things or we don't go after certain things, that we think certain things are great or we think certain things are bad. But the reality is you do not run your world with your conscious mind. The truth is, your conscious mind is guided by your subconscious mind, something deep inside of you. And you've spent your whole life programming that subconscious mind. Everything your mother, your father, your teacher, your preachers have ever said, everything you've ever read in every book or magazine, everything you've ever heard on the radio, every movie you've ever watched, every TV show you've ever seen, have been programming your subconscious mind with certain belief systems. And it's those belief systems that are telling your conscious mind where to go. For instance, if I have a belief system that money is the root of all evil, it's horrible, and if I have it, I'm going to lose it, right? I can tell you this was a belief I had at one point, right? Imagine what that would do to your life and the money you would attract and the abundance you would create with that belief versus the belief that money is amazing, it's abundant, it's a faucet, it turns on, it never stops. And with all the money that I bring and all the prosperity that I bring, I can help and serve and do so much more for humanity and for this world that it'll just keep coming and coming and coming. You see how a different belief system can change everything. It literally will change where your conscious mind will take you. So we've got to make sure that we're putting some good belief systems into that subconscious. And so we've got to figure out where we can go on a constant basis on purpose to feed our subconscious mind, right? So I'll give you an example. I went the other day, it was my friend's birthday, and I wanted to go say hi, and he was at the Tower Club. So I went to the Tower Club to have a drink with my friend, and he was hanging out with, 5 or 6 other individuals. And as I hung out with these people, what I can tell you is all 5 or 6 of these people were doing multi-million-dollar businesses. They were all, vested in a bunch of different businesses. They were all entrepreneurial. And the best part was they were all had the same thought process, which was, what's next? How can we do more? How can we do more? How can we help more? How can we serve more? How can we create more? How can we be more innovative? And here I am thinking, wow, this is amazing, right? Just being around these people, it's filling me with these wonderful thoughts and these beliefs that I know it's going to take me to a whole nother level. So I got to tell you, there's places you can go that you can do the same thing. There's networking groups, right? There's mentors. There's groups like I joined Vistage, which is a group of entrepreneurs, a group of CEOs. You've got to figure out where can you go? What magazines can you read? Books can you read? People can you be around? I want you to come up with one place that you know you can go and you can fill yourself with empowering beliefs on a regular basis, and you can do it on purpose. So I want you to pause the video just for a moment, and I want you to fill in the upper left-hand corner of your blueprint where it says, where can I start to get empowering beliefs? And I want you to write one thing down. So go ahead and pause me and go do that. Okay, hopefully you paused me and you filled that in. If you didn't, go do it. But if you did, let's go on to the next piece. The next piece I really love, right? It's affirmations. You know, people like Oprah Winfrey and Tony Robbins, some of the most successful people you know in the world, they do affirmations every single day. They do it because they know you either tell the world what you want or you get what it gives you. So if people are complaining about what they have from this world, I always say, well, what did you tell the world you wanted? And they look at me like I'm crazy. Well, hey, guess what? Tell the world what you want or get what it gives you. And you've got to come up with what your affirmations are, what you need to say to program yourself so that your brain and your body and your conscious will go get it. And I want to help you do that. So I want to do an exercise with you here. And so follow me here, follow me along. I want you to, right now, I want you to close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, I want you to envision looking at yourself in the mirror. And if you saw yourself in the mirror, and in the mirror you were kind of slumping your shoulders forward a little, and your head was falling a little, and you were just looking at yourself like, come on, man. What would you say to this person if you had to tell them one characteristic that they had to be to get them to raise those shoulders and raise their heads? What would it be? Would it be confidence? Would it be certainty? Would it be love? Would it be what would it be if you said you need this one characteristic and it will make you stand up? What would you say to them? I'm going to count to 3, and I want you to say that word out loud. 1, 2, 3. I hope you did it. Right? If you didn't, let's try it again. If you're looking at that person, you got to tell them one word. You know, you need to be more confident. You need more certainty. You need more love. You need more passion. You need more inspiration. What one word would make them stand up? What would make them stand up? You got to say this word out loud to make it real. So I'm going to count to 3 and you say it. 1, 2, 3. I know sometimes we look silly, but you can open your eyes now. So listen, this is an exercise you need to do. So when you're done with this video, you're going to close your eyes. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror. You're going to slump yourself down at looking at them, right? And you're going to come up with, what do I need to say to this person to make them stand up and take charge? And I want you to do that 3 times. You're going to come up with 3 words. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take that word. So for instance, my one buddy put determined as his word, right? And I've got his blueprint here. He put determined. You must be determined. So if I was going to put that into an affirmation, I would say, I am determined. I am determined. You're going to write 3 affirmations in this box in your blueprint that says affirmations. Those are your 3 power words that when you say them constantly, you will become them. You will become them. Affirmations are that powerful. So that's my second exercise. My third exercise is really easy, and it will blow your mind how much it will work. It's visualizations. So Maxwell Maltz, great author, Psycho-Cybernetics, he tells us the mind cannot tell the difference between something imagined in great detail and something that actually happens. That means if we can visualize something super specific, our mind doesn't even know it didn't happen. And it'll go to be around that more and more and more. So for instance, if I had closed my eyes and I visualized myself, right, 185 pounds, fit, strong, thin, clothes fitting perfect, hair how I want it, whatever you want. If you could visualize yourself exactly how you want to see yourself, you're more likely to go get it. What if you did that every day? In my businesses, in every business I have, we start the day with a visualization. We visualize exactly how we want that day to be. So in like a chiropractic clinic, we visualize people coming through the front door. We visualize people around the front desk. We visualize every table filled. We visualize high energy. We visualize people being appreciative. We visualize people getting healthy. We visualize everything. Because if I can visualize exactly how I want the day to go, I'm more likely to see the day that way. I'm more likely to create that day. It's like if I visualized red car and red car and red car, I'd go outside, I'd find a freaking red car. So we visualize, right? And we come up with exactly how we want that day to be. So listen, there's a part here that says my visualization. I want you to write out one visualization. When you wake up in the morning, if you were to close your eyes for 60 seconds and picture the day perfectly, what would it be? What would it be? So listen, I gave you 3 things today. Where do you go to program your beliefs? What are your 3 affirmations going to be? And what visualization are you going to see? Listen, you have 2 choices here. You can just ignore it and say, I'm ready for the do's. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Right? Like everybody else wants. I've got to tell you, people come up to me and they say, how do I become successful? How do I become successful? The reason this is in my formula is because it's so important. You must become the person that would have everything you ever want. Just trust me here. Do these 3 steps. I want you to do these 3 steps twice a day, every day, for the next 3 days. And then I'm going to send you the next video, and we're going to start jumping into some more stuff. And we're going to fill out this blueprint. And I'm going to guarantee you that if you stick with me, if you stay with me, if you fill this in as we go, you're going to have the best year you've ever had. Like nothing you could ever imagine. I hope you'll come on the ride. I hope you'll come with me. I hope you'll take this serious. And I hope you won't be the 80% that will ignore this and instead be the 20% that's going to change their life. I'll see you soon.